That's loose, that's good. We'll put these up here, you know, where I'll go like this and they'll just go everywhere. Okay. Doing my best to show you guys how this is supposed to be done. Hello, welcome to the show. Good to see most of you out there this week. Yeah, some old friends, some new friends. Not real sure what's on the show this week. Let me think about it a minute. Let's see, we go out, we work on the Ranchero a little bit, work on the Buick. I'm going to give you an update on the Yamaha 400 motorcycle. And I'll probably ask you to buy my garbage and send me money probably at the end of the show. Yeah, so sit back, get yourself some popcorn, get yourself a cool drink, tell everybody to just leave you the hell alone for, 50 minutes. That's all I'm asking. All right. On with the show. All right, well, we're headed over to Jeremiah's again. We're going to do something that neither one of us has ever done and probably will never do again, and that's put some headliner in his Ranchero. Watched a few videos. That's all the knowledge I got. Got no experience, got, no feel for it, nothing. So we're going to give it a shot. We're going to give it the old college try. So we'll take you along on the ride. And if you see it, well, that's a clue that we actually got it in there, okay? If you don't see this, well, you won't see it. All right, well, here we go. This is it. There's no turning back.
The Minnesota Orchestra led by Osmo Vanska and Symphony No. 5 in C minor by Beethoven.
It's not my best work. Fucked up this S.
Oh man, that lettering looks great. Yeah, just like brand new.
Thanks.
Good enough for us, huh?
Good enough for who it's
How'd you get it on there so good?
I used magnifying glass and then I cut this with some scissors until it was a real fine point
Oh, okay.
and basically just dripped it in there.
Use some of that $5 a bottle model paint, huh?
Yeah, is that what it runs a guy?
It used to be 15 cents when I was a kid.
$3.49.
Yeah. How much?
$3.49.
$3.49 for a bottle of model paint.
But you know the great thing about this one?
Sky Rizzi. Learn how
Don't mess up the paint. This goes, I think, on the other side.
Oh, I think we can do this.
Yeah. This one goes on this side.
Well,
This one goes on this side.
so we've got all the trim then.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, it looks great in there.
I didn't have paint to paint the trim screws, and I'm not even really sure. This garage is awesome at that. Let's see it. That, I do have a heat gun just in case, but
Well, that's good because I forgot mine.
that's okay.
Son of a bitch, Grandpa. Try to remember something for 5 minutes.
Well, that back gasket is pretty flexy, so all is well. I cut all the old crap as much as I could, out of it yesterday.
Yeah.
Didn't probably cut into the rubber, so it'll probably leak now.
Here we go.
That's future Jeremiah's problem.
Future Jeremiah.
That guy gets stuck with all the crap,
Okay, well, hopefully that'll stay on there so we can see it.
Oh, yeah.
That's the center. So I assume you just slide these in somewhere or another. Watch it, you're gonna be on camera.
I am?
On camera.
Yes.
I gotta avoid that.
Want me to shut down production so you can walk through?
Can I duck down?
Here. Man, this thing just didn't want to. I don't know why my camera's being the way it is. But, we're just going to do it. Here, camera will either record it or it won't.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh man, what a difference. Right about there. Can you stop it there?
It stopped.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect, yeah.
Yeah.
Give it a little
Now,
bit of flow, but we can actually see.
now we just see the dust on the lens. Beautiful. Okay.
Can't fix that.
This way, right?
Yeah. Here, I gotta set it. Okay.
You do yours and then I'll do mine.
Okay.
Do.
I think this is the hole.
This is the way the wire goes.
Wire.
Wire goes. Okay, you in good?
I'm in.
Okay. Yeah!
Get her?
We're in.
Hey!
Okay, well, let's put the seats in.
Yep, we're good to go.
Yeah.
Okay, this hole is.
I've lost my end.
Oh, have you? Okay. This hole is next to that little square knockout. And I'm. You.
Little square. Okay, I see it. You do yours first.
Hold on. There we go. I'm in.
You in?
Ouch, I think.
Okay. Now.
There we go. Yeah?
Yeah, well, looks good. Looks like the headliner in my pickup.
Yeah. Okay. See, we got.
Where's something I can? Is this the mirror thing?
No, the mirror's right here.
This is the mirror. Okay.
Yeah, so no worries.
Okay. Okay. So maybe back in here where we can't damage anything.
Yeah.
So we're clear. We're gonna go along this out to, I don't know, this area here.
Where that hole is? I got
Yeah.
a hole on my side too. We'll just call that the
Yeah,
end.
we'll just call that the end.
Okay.
We're just gonna leave it clamped there. We'll deal with that.
Okay.
So, and then we'll stretch and whatnot. Then we'll poke it underneath there after we trim it off.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, we'll stick it on there and not completely up where it goes. You know, just tight and put the trim on and it'll push it the rest of the way up. Tighten it up. That's my plan.
That makes sense.
You know what? We might actually get this to work.
Yeah, I think we will.
You think so?
Yeah. It already looks fantastic. I mean, I know there's wrinkles in it, but who cares?
Okay, well, yeah, these things here, whoops, I was going to show the viewers, these things here have to be trimmed back, and I knew that, and I forgot to do it when it was off, so now I've got to take a knife, a sharp knife, and cut these back so that I can pull this way. So, yeah, and nobody cares. Here you can watch Jeremiah glue. Glue, Jeremiah, glue.
Watch me, nay, nay. You want me to move the car some more while you're trying to do that?
Yeah, think you could shake the Galdern car a little more? We don't want to be potty mouth like those gangsters up in Alberta.
Yeah, skids.
Is there glue up here?
Yeah.
progress report. It's in there. Yeah, it's in there. It's not looking, what's a kind way to say this? It's not looking too bad for a couple of guys that's never done it before. How's that?
Yeah, it's not stock, but it's great.
Yeah, it's not professional, but it's in there. You know, you've always got the option of not looking up.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'll shine this in there. That's how it's looking. We've got over on, where's my finger? Over on that side, we've got to glue that side down yet. We've got this side glued. And it's stretching out pretty good. I don't know, I thought doing a small cab like this would be easier, but I'm starting to think it's harder because there's no room.
No, you can't just lay down or.
Yeah. There's no place to just, whoop. There's no place to put your butt. Every place there is to sit is out of reach of anything you need to do.
Yeah.
That doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's hard, okay? Yeah. All right, well, we're getting ready to put the trim in on this side around the door, which should hold everything. Then we'll go to the other side, pull, clamp, trim.
Okay.
Yes, that's what we'll do. Okay, I'll give you a progress report in a while.
This like you've been bitching about over.
Oh, okay.
You know.
There we go. Now you can see it. Well, as soon as he gets out of the way. Yeah, it's not bad. It's in there, man. Got a little goober on the other end there we might have to straighten out, but good enough. Good enough for a couple of Iowa farm boys.
Yeah. It's a lot better than
these exotic cars?
I don't know. Yeah, I am now. I forgot to hit the button when I first pulled out.
Jeez.
I hit,
Rookie.
fired. Oh, I hit photos, so you got a good picture.
Your lame excuses.
Hey, man, it's not my camera.
Out of the will.
Yeah, I hit photo instead of record.
You know what I should do? I should.
I
Since
pay you nothing, and what do I get for it?
I know, I can't
Nothing.
get good help these days.
I gotta fish my fish. I gotta fix my gas lights. I don't have gas lights. Everything else. Nicest places. Including my pickup.
This is pretty cool, huh? It's got these
Oh yeah.
wings in the back.
Well, so up front, that was the AC.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Well, she's digging in.
Got the body roll. That's for sure.
Not too bad, yeah.
No. Say everyone didn't flop to the
Not
side.
as bad as it was when we brought it home.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
What's that?
The body roll.
body roll.
Oh, yeah. These were never known for tight cornering.
The whole way home, this thing's on the trailer doing this, and it's not wheel or returning.
Yeah, we kind of got rid of most of that.
You've got no headlights. Slow down, lady.
I like how the speedometer just kind of does what it wants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She needs a cleanup and a lube. Just straight gas right on this dashboard.
Yeah, metal dashboard.
They hose it off and sell it to the next. That's enough of that.
$15,000 car to a almost $100,000 car.
Yeah.
God, that speedometer makes the most noise of anything on this car. It's louder than the engine.
Oh, there's Jeff.
Yeah, he's been.
What's that?
Yeah.
Is he still there?
Probably go in the
You don't
alleyway.
have to pull in if you want to. You just want to pull behind that truck.
Okay. I've had a few people ask about the Yamaha bike, and when I say a few people, I mean one guy. Here's the frame that I got painted before the, incident last fall. And there's pieces that go with it down there. There's the engine. If I can move this, there we go. There's the motor. I'm going to start working on this again. I haven't given up. I mean, this, the Buick has kind of taken precedence over my time. But I think within the next week or so, I'm going to drag this out and get it cleaned up and ready to go back onto the frame. Yeah, if I can get it up on its wheels again, that would be a milestone. I think it'll fit over here even with the car in here. So, all this shit has to go. But there's just not a lot of room at the end here. But you know what? Some people don't have anything. Some guys are working out in their garage, or not their garage, their gravel driveway and all that. I know what that's like. We didn't have places when I was a kid to pull in with an epoxied floor and fluorescent lighting and all that kind of stuff. No. If you haven't figured it out by now, I don't come from money. No. Nope. We weren't poor. We weren't, Mexico poor, but we were poor. And anything I got here, no matter how small it is, or old it is, or bigger piece of garbage it is, I'm thankful for it. And really, aren't there enough shows on YouTube, where the floor is spotless and they got, stacks of money this high they're working out of? There's enough of those. You need guys like me to, remind you just how bad it could be, Yeah. All right. Just so you know, we're going to get back to this bike. It's going to be a long summer. Taking into account that I don't even buy green bananas anymore, but we're hoping that it's a long summer. So, okay, enough of that. Okay, well, on today's agenda, man, I'm close. On today's agenda, the speedometer is driving me crazy with its clicky, wow, as I drive down the road. So we're going to attempt to get some lube in that cable and see if that straightens it out. If it doesn't, we'll have to take the whole unit out and lose all the parts and end up on eBay trying to find one that works. Yeah, that's how it works. Okay, let's try it. It's starting off great. Okay, the way I understand it is this panel comes off. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Look at this right here. And magically I'll be able to get to everything inside there. That's the theory. What do we need here? We need screwdriver, Yeah. Okay, let's go find a screwdriver. Okay. Recording, yes. Okay, I guess we'll just, dive in like we know what we're doing. Okay, that's loose, that's good. We'll put these up here, where I'll go like this and they'll just go everywhere. Okay. Doing my best to show you guys how this is supposed to be done. Well, it's loose. And screwdriver's too long. Nope, there we go. I have never had one of these off, so never saw it off on my grandpa's because my Uncle Stan did all the work on the cars, so me and Grandpa never really worked on it. We just polished it. So let's see what we got back here. Let's zoom in there. Let's see what we're gonna see. Oh, lots of dirt. Wow. You can see in there. There's what it looks like. Kinda, like that. Man, that's cool. They thought of everything on this. Look at that. You can get right up inside there. And there's a bunch of, the electronics and all that. Yeah. Why is this camera never pointed where I need it? Alright, I need my headlight. Where would that be? Okay. Boy, that's handy. There's some of that. And there's the fuses. And the 30 amp one on the bottom is blowed. I'll have to look on my in my book and see what that 30 amps for. I'm kind of guessing that's probably, if I had to guess, probably blower fan, because the wire was just destroyed that goes to the blower fan. Okay, there's the flasher. And there's the speedometer cable. Oh man, and I can unscrew it. Oh, are you kidding me, Clark? Oh, awesome. All right, let's see what we can do to get some lube down that. I got lucky. I found the right end for it. I guess we'll take it for a ride and see if that helped. Looks like all my fuses are good. except that 30. I'll find out what that 30 is. So let's see how many hours it takes me to hook this back up. Okay, now this, ow, wherever this went, I guess kind of up in there like that, maybe. Put this back on. We're going to tempt fate here and put all the screws back in with the vague notion that it's going to work. Man, why don't all cars have this? You gotta be kidding me. Nope, not kidding. I actually managed to lose one of these. What'd I tell you? I'm hoping when I back up it's down there somewhere. Son of a... Oh well, let's go test it out. See what we got. Okay, we're gonna go up the road here and see if this thing howls and screams still. If it does, we'll have to get more serious, I guess. I'll just put you here. Does it really matter? There you go. Yeah, you can kind of see. Man, it's getting hot in here. Time to open the wing vent. Ooh, man, I love wing vents. All right, here we go. Yeah, everybody start driving by. Perfect timing. Something back there making noise. So far, so good. Let's go this way. No bouncy bounce. No noise. Awesome. Oh man. All All right. Whoops. Sorry. Sorry. Cornering test. Oh man, I'm so happy about that. I don't know how accurate my speedometer is, but it's working so much better. Yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. Oh, there we go. Pretty happy. Man. How satisfying when you don't know what in the world you're doing, but it actually works out. Okay, what do we got going on here? What is this? Where are the workmen? I don't see any workmen. What's all this nonsense? Uh-oh. I hear a cop. Alright. Very happy. Please don't pull out in front of me. Please don't pull out in front of me. This guy is right up my ass. You want to wait? Jackass. Sorry about that. Actually, I'm not. Okay, well, that worked out good. Yeah. And what I used was probably the absolute wrong thing to use, but it says chain and cable lube. Can I make it any harder to see it? That's what I used on that cable. Chain and cable. Anti-sling liquid wrench. Right there. And I even found the little tubey thingy, which is amazing. I usually use these or lose these in the first 5 minutes I use in the can. Anyway, all right. I'm gonna go in the house and relax and congratulate myself. All right. Well, that about wraps it up for another exciting, fun-filled show of tomfoolery. Yep, this is the home of tomfoolery. I'm glad y'all could be here, and I just want to take a short second here to thank everybody that has bought merchandise and has donated to the channel, and for that matter, just people that show up and watch. Thanks to all of you. If I haven't thanked you personally, I'm doing it right now. This is just for you. Yeah, you, right there. Yeah. don't forget, you can donate to the channel. There's a link down there. You know, help me buy crap I don't need. And there's that new coffee cup. Yeah, the Buick 49 coffee cup. Right here. Just, there you go. Yeah, there it is. Isn't that handsome? To design that cup took, I don't know, at least 7 minutes of my time. You know, I put a lot of thought into it. I put as much thought into it as I do probably anything else I do. So if you want a cup like that, there's a place down there to order one. And there's t-shirts, and there's another cup for the Model T, and all kinds of stuff. You could spend a fortune there. I'm telling you. Yeah. And I'll get this much of it. Yeah. That's how much I get. This is what the cup costs. And this right here, how far apart are my fingers? That's what I get. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for buying that stuff. I hope you all enjoy it. And try not to drop the cup, because the handle will come off. Yeah. There's been a couple of incidents. So, I'll see you all next time. Trying to think if there's anything else I should tell you. Nope, I think that's it. I think I've bored you long enough. So go on out to your shed and work on your project. Go out there and just swear up a storm. Yeah, it's fun. It relieves a lot of pressure. You know, if you hold that in, you'll pop like a tick. So don't, just let it fly. Just let it go. Yeah, there ain't nobody out there to hear you. All right, we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.